For the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to Paradise.
And today we're talking about Disney, a Goofy movie, The Game.
So A Goofy Movie was a huge Disney movie that came out in the 90s and is about Goofy and Max making their way across the country to go and see Powerline in a concert. Now Funko Games and Prospero Hall have created a brand new board game about this movie, and let's dive into what it's all about.
In A Goofy Movie game, we'll play as Max and all his pals making our way on a road trip across the United States. Our ultimate goal is to get to Los Angeles, where we will see Powerline in concert. To get to Los Angeles, we're going to be playing movement cards, which will help us collect memories for our scrapbooks. And this game is all about set collection, so you're trying to get 3 of this, 2 of this, the most of this. And as you move across the country, you're going to be collecting specific cards based on the spaces that you land on. You might even land on spaces that roll dice, which are going to tell you whether Powerline is moving closer or whether Goofy is going to collect a memory for you with this nice little camera.
Yeah, so this is it does have a time cap on it. So the game ends once Powerline makes it to the concert. And then once everyone's
You want to be there.
And you want to be there at the concert. And that is how the game will end. And the person with the most points that have collected the most memory, they are going to win the game.
Okay, now this box says that it plays 7+, and I would say that's absolutely true. You could teach this to probably people even younger than 7. The game was taught to us at Gen Con in literally, I think, 1 or 2 minutes. It's not super complex in terms of what you have to do, but the choices are really, really good in this game. So
Yes.
all of the cards give you different set collection rules that you'll read on your own as you're getting them, and it just gives you lots of options. As an adult playing this game, I felt completely engaged the whole time. I felt competitive the whole time.
Yes, and I also think it's a great game to introduce to kids to disguise lots of game mechanics within it, because there is a lot
Absolutely.
piled in here.
Or your mom, like,
or
or
your
your
mom,
dad,
or
or,
anyone,
like,
anyone that
anybody.
like you want to introduce to games that loves Disney or watched the Goofy movie in the 90s. Like they will get to learn a lot about like playing games too, and it is very simple to teach. And what I think is Funko designed this in a way that it is for the audience they made it for. So what I mean by that is they are gearing this toward families and adults that were kids back in the 90s that now have kids of their own, and you want to introduce a Goofy movie to them. So I don't believe, in my opinion, that if you are a family of adults, you are going to get as much out of this game as if you're adult gamers, you're going to get as much out of this game as you would some of the other games by the Prospero Hall line. But this is an excellent game to introduce to new gamers and family and children as well.
Yes. Oh, and we cannot underscore how perfect of a game this is for that younger audience. It gives you some choices, but not a whole lot, because once you bid for those cards, there's a bidding mechanism where if multiple players played the same color, if you don't have the higher number, you won't get that card. So you have to choose when to use your big cards and when not to use your big cards. But the second piece of that is you're only moving 1 or 2 spaces, depending on which card you played, each turn. So you will only have like 2 to 3 possible locations you can go to, which will limit the scrapbook cards you can pick up, and therefore make it so that you're only choosing between maybe 2 options every turn.
Very true. The theming is light on this game. It's not going to be pulling from a specific scene in a movie particularly. It's going to be focusing on the general idea of road tripping across the country.
Yeah.
So not like, you're not going to feel like you're watching the movie, but you're going to get that Disney Goofy movie essence.
And let's talk about the miniatures in
Yes.
this game. So one thing that they have done incredibly well is make these low price point games that have really neat miniatures. So
Very true.
you have these cool details. You have Max and PJ and
Bobby.
why did I start naming them? Bobby and what's the girl's name?
Roxanne.
Yeah. And then you have Powerline, who's this big miniature.
And Goofy.
Yeah, and one thing that we haven't talked about yet, but this is actually the back of the board.
Yeah.
So they got like a whole Powerline poster on that. I just love the detail on the components in this game.
I was so stoked when I heard this was turning into a board game, because I love a Goofy movie. Particularly, I love all the songs from Powerline. So to see this on the back of the box, it's like, I want a poster of this and I really want a t-shirt of this.
Quality of the rest of the components is fantastic. The cards are as good as they get. They're dense, they shuffle really well without any bending or tearing or anything.
So overall, I think a Goofy movie is a great game for the audience it was designed for. I personally loved playing it. The details are great. Lots of places to learn and grow as a gamer playing this game.
Oh yeah, just delightful.
Alright everyone, and that is our review on a Goofy movie. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can know whenever we put out a new video. And let me know down below, what are some other classic or cult classic game movies that you would like to see turned into a game? I'd love to discuss it with you. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Happy playing!